Hey guys, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you the easiest and fastest way to create a WordPress website. Now, I want to take a few seconds before we begin in order to explain what are the elements we're going to need in order to bring this website to life. And even though you don't need to understand how these elements work on a lower technical level, I believe it's a good idea to have a general understanding on how they're linked together. Now, the first thing we're going to need when we're building our website is a domain name. If you don't know what a domain name is, simply the identification of your website. So for example, apple.com, wikipedia.com, wordpress.com, these are all domain names. So you're gonna have to choose your domain name. It can be anything you like, it can be your business name or anything you want. Now the second thing we're gonna need once we have our domain name is a hosting server. Now the hosting server, let me show you this diagram right here. When we create our website, we're going to be creating some files, right? Because think of a website as a document, right? A website is going to have many different documents, and we need to store these documents somewhere in order for our users to be able to access them. And this place we're going to store these files is going to be called the web server, or in other words, a hosting server. So what we're going to do is we're going to be renting a spot on a hosting server in order to store these files and make them public so a user can access them on the internet. Now, once we do that, we're going to be ready to install WordPress on our hosting server. And WordPress, guys, is nothing more than a software that allows you to easily build websites. Don't get confused by the term WordPress. WordPress is nothing more than a software. We're going to install that software on our hosting server, and we're going to be able to easily create our website. And that's pretty much it. Now, this process might sound very complicated, but I'm going to show you a method that we can achieve all these things within a few minutes. So with that being said, guys, let's get started. Now, the website we're going to use in order to make this process super simple is called Namecheap. I'm going to put a link for the website in the description so you can easily access it. Once you're on the Namecheap website, what you can do is easily buy domain names as well as hosting plans. Now, the first thing we need to do is purchase a domain name. So what you need to do is go to the search box right here and search for a domain of your choice. This can be your business name or anything you like. Keep in mind that sometimes the domain you search for might not be available, so you might have to create some variations to your domain name until you find one that's available. Also, below here you can find different extensions for your domain, right? So if the .com domain is not available, you can purchase something else, for example, .us or .site. One thing I would recommend though is that you purchase a .com domain because it will build more trust with your users. Once you find the domain that you want to purchase, you just click on the Add to Cart button, View Item, and then you can proceed to your checkout. So once we're on the checkout page, what we need to do then is confirm our order. Make sure your domain name is correct for the last time. Confirm your order. And this is where you're going to create your Namecheap account. If you already have a Namecheap account, you can log in right here. However, what I'm going to do is create my Namecheap account. Then you will have to enter some contact information for your account. And once you do that, you can then click on Continue and enter your payment information so you can purchase your domain. Once you do that, you should now have a Namecheap account as well as a domain name. When you have those two things, you can then go back to the home page of Namecheap, and this is where we're now going to purchase our hosting plan. Now, there's so many different hosting options to choose from, and there's so many different websites you can purchase your hosting from. However, the reason I chose Namecheap for this tutorial is because they have one of the easiest hosting plans for you to sign up to and get started with. And this is a custom plan that is actually created for WordPress website. It's called Managed WordPress. And what is amazing about this service is that it has a really easy to use dashboard that I'm going to show you in a second. So it makes it super simple for you to set up your WordPress site, and they also have really affordable plans, right? So For example, the plans they have allow you to always start with a very low first month fee. Right now is 0.01, which is close to nothing. So you can pretty much choose this plan, test it out, and if you don't like it, you can just cancel it before the first renewal. Now for this tutorial, I'm gonna go with this plan right here, which looks really good. It gives you 10 gigabytes of storage as well as a limit for 50,000 visitors per month. So that's really good. That's more than enough for any type of informational website out there, any type of business website. So I'm gonna go with this one. And then if you're logged into your Namecheap account, it should take you to the confirmation page for your purchase. You select your payment method. I'm gonna go with PayPal. Now once you're on this page, this is where you're gonna be selecting the domain for your website. So if you have previously purchased your domain name, this is where you can select it. I haven't purchased a domain earlier, so I'm just gonna go here and choose a temporary domain. So I'm just gonna put my name, continue, and create WordPress website. And here we go, guys. We're now in the Easy WP dashboard. This is the easiest it gets, guys. It's a super easy dashboard that you can access your website from. So as you can see, our website is now created. And all we gotta do in order to access our website is click here, and this gives us all the information about our website. So an overview of our storage, the WordPress version we're using, our the day that we started our plan. As you can see, it renews on May 6th for me. We get all the information about our website here. So now, guys, if you visit your domain name, you should be able to see your website. This is my domain name in this case. So when I click on this, it's going to take me to my website. And as you can see, my website is live. Obviously, it looks very ugly. It looks like nothing, right? This is not what I want my website to look like. So now what we need to do is customize our website. Now, guys, this is the front end of our website. This is what our users are going to be able to see, right? And as you can see, the users are going to be able to type in our domain name and access our homepage. Now, in order to customize the way that our website looks, what we need to do is click on the admin button right here. This is going to take us to the back end of our website. This is the page where we're going to be able to customize our website. So we're now on the back end area of our website, guys. This is where we're going to be editing everything about our website. This is where we're going to be customizing it, adding new pages, adding new posts. Everything happens here, right? So once again, you go to your Easy WP dashboard, you log in here, and then you just click on admin in order to enter your website. Now, what I'm going to be doing in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to create a simple informational website, which is actually something that's going to cover 90% of businesses out there. Every business website you see is an informational website. It's a website that displays information about the business. WordPress is a very powerful tool, and there's so many different types of websites you can create. However, I cannot go through every feature because that will take us a very long time, and I also don't want to confuse you guys. So this tutorial is going to be based on informational websites. So the first thing that we're going to do is configure our theme, right? So you go to Appearance, Theme. Now, what is a theme? A theme is like a set of rules that define how your website looks, right? So let me just open the website actually on another tab here so we can see the front end. Right, so this is what our users see when they visit the website, right? This is the front end of our website. So I'm going to have this open on a new tab so we can see the changes in real time. So a theme is something that defines how your website looks. So currently this theme is installed on our site. And as you can see, the look is this, right? Now, if I activate this theme, the look of our website will change completely. There we go, right? So theme defines how your website looks. But in this tutorial, guys, because I want to give you the most easy and at the same time the most powerful way to create a WordPress site, we're not going to be focusing on themes. I don't actually believe in themes. I don't use themes on my websites. What I do is I find a very lightweight theme, right? Because on WordPress, guys, there's so many themes, right? There's so many themes. Some are free, some are premium. There's so many websites that you can buy themes from. And the idea is that themes just give you a ready website. You know, you can go, for example, on themeforest.net, sorry, and you can search for restaurant in WordPress, and this is going to give you so many themes that you can purchase and install on your WordPress site. And as you can see, these themes are quite pricey, you know, but the idea is that, for example, if you install this theme right here, you're going to be able to get this look. So let me go on the main homepage here. You're going to be able to get this look on your website, which looks really nice. However, one thing I don't like about themes is that it makes your website slow, right? So as you can see, while trying to access this page right here, the loading time was very slow, right? So a theme, because it contains so much media, so much code, so many sections and so much stuff going on, it makes your website load very slow, right? So I try to stay away from themes. Now, if you love this theme, you can purchase it, you can install it on your WordPress site. They always give instructions on how to do that. However, another thing I don't like about themes is that they really define what your website looks like. It's so hard to customize a theme. You know, it's so hard for me to go in here and add a new section under this image right here. You know, so I like to stay away from themes. And what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna show you a really easy way that you can completely customize your pages and create pages that have your own touch. You know, you're going to be able to create pages from scratch and really define where every element on the page will go, right? So that's my goal for this tutorial, to show you a way to completely customize your pages. So with that being said, you know, I'm not going to focus on themes. What I'm going to tell you guys to do is search for a theme called Generate Press, right? This theme right here, and click install. Now this theme is a very lightweight theme. What that means is that it doesn't have a lot of media, it loads very fast. You know, it's one of the best themes on WordPress, and it's completely free as well. And what this is gonna do is just gonna act as a theme, like a base theme for a website. Like, we're not gonna be, for example, if I reload this now, you can see the theme is installed on our site. However, our site is not going to look like this because we're going to customize this page on top of the theme. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a second. Now, once you do that, once you install your theme, what you want to do next is go to customize. Actually, no. What we're going to do next is go to plugins. We're going to click on add new. And what plugins are, guys, these are little new software that you can add to your website in order to give it specific functionality. And there's thousands of plugins you can experiment with, and there's really powerful plugins, you know, that add a lot of features to your website. But in this tutorial, what the plugin we're gonna need is called Elementor, right? So we're gonna type that in, search, and this is the plugin we're gonna need, guys. Elementor is a page builder, right? What we're gonna do is install. There we go, our plugin is now installed. What we need to do though is activate it, right? So you click on activate, and now the plugin is going to be active on our website. I'm just going to go and ahead and click the close button here. So now we have Elementor installed on our website. As you can see, if I go to plugins here, we have Elementor installed. Now, if there are any other plugins installed, guys, except from Elementor, just go ahead and delete them. And the way you delete, you deactivate the plugin, and then there should be an option to delete the plugin, right? So go ahead and do that for any other plugin that might be installed with your WordPress. There's usually some default plugins. I'm gonna go ahead and activate it again. Okay, right. So the next thing we want to do, guys, is go to pages. This is where we're going to be creating new pages for our website. Now, the first page our website needs to have is a home page. So I'm going to click on add new there and create a page called home. This is where you add the page name, right? So you can call it home page. I'm going to call it home. Now, this is where you would usually add content to your page. So this is where I would go ahead and say, I don't know, like this is my home page, right? So now if I go ahead and click publish here and then publish again, this page is now live. So if I go on my website here and reload it, as you can see, we have a new page called home. So now when I click on this, this is the page I created. As you can see, the title is here, and it says here, this is my home page. So this is how you would normally create a page and add content. However, this is not the way we're going to be adding content to our website. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this. And all you need to do is just create your page, add the name there, and then click publish. So it should say publish there. Then we're going to go back. So now we have our home page. Now, one issue, guys, as you've seen before, let me go to my domain again. So mydomain.com, enter. As you can see, the home, the page we created called home is not the actual home page. The home page of the website currently is this sample page. It's a post page. So basically the idea is that the home page is not currently the first page that loads on the website. So we need to fix that. The way to fix that is we're going to go to our backend here, and we're going to go to appearance, customize, homepage settings, and then static page. So you select that, and this is now where you can select which page is going to be your home page. So the first page that loads when the user searches for your domain, right? So we're going to click here and we're going to select home, which is the page we just created. And then we're going to click publish. So now if we reload our website here, as you can see, the first page that appears when we visit the website basically is the home page, right? So I hope you're with me so far, guys. Make sure that you create a page, call it home, and go to appearance, homepage settings, and assign that page as your home page. Then we're going to click on close. And now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to customize this page, guys. So we're going to click on the page. And now, as you can see on the top here, there's a button called Edit with Elementor. And this is what's going to allow us to, instead of adding content using this way, the button right here is going to allow us to edit the content on the page using the Elementor plugin, right? So we're going to click on this, and this is going to load the Elementor software, right? So as you can see now, we get a new view here where we can literally drag and drop elements to our page. It's this easy, guys. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but how are we going to completely customize this page when we have parts of the theme right here? So remember, this is the theme, right? So we got stuff from the theme here, and we don't want that. We want to completely customize this page. So what we need to do is go to the settings option down here, page layout, and we want to select Elementor canvas. And what's that's going to do? It's going to get rid of everything on the page, and anything that the theme has pre-added to the page. It's going to get rid of that, and it's going to give us a completely clean page where we can add our own elements. I'm not sure why I added this here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. So now, guys, we're going to be customizing this page. So as I've shown you a second ago, the way to add elements to your page is literally by dragging and dropping. As you can see, I now added a title. So now, in order to make these changes go live on your website, in order to be published on your website, basically, what you need to do is go down here and click on update. So now, if I go to my website and click the reload button, we're going to get a completely empty page with our text. Super simple, guys. So this is what our website looks right now. This is our home page, right? And we can completely customize it. Now, this will take some time, you know. You will have to invest some time. Of course, it depends on how good you want your website to look, you know. So you have to invest some time in order to design your pages. But the freedom this application gives you, the freedom that Elementor gives you, is so powerful because you can literally define exactly how you want your website to look like. You know, you don't have to rely on any themes. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how you can design a page using Elementor. I'm going to design a simple business page. However, what I want to tell you guys is that this is not going to be like an Elementor tutorial. You know, I'm not going to completely go through the design process of a page. You know, I'm going to have plenty more videos to show you how to do that. I'm going to put all the links for those videos in the description. As I release new videos, I'm going to be adding them in the description of this video so you can check them out. I'm going to make videos to show you how to create a restaurant website, how to create a business website, so many different niches. And let me know in the comments below if you want to see something specific. Give me some ideas, some suggestions, and I might make a tutorial to show you how to create a website for your specific business. But for this example, I'm just going to create a simple business website. So let me just delete everything and let's start from scratch. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a section. So in Elementor, guys, everything is built into sections, right? So our whole website, our whole page here is going to contain many sections. You're going to see that in a second. But what's important is to choose the correct structure for your sections. For example, if you want to have 2 columns, right? So if you want to have some content here and then some content here, you would choose this one. This will split your page into 2 columns and so on, right? But for the first part here, I want to have like a simple header, you know, with a logo and then a menu on this side. So I'm just going to choose this one, which doesn't split the page in any columns. It's just one column. And actually, now that I think about it, I do want to split this into 2 columns so I can have the logo here and the menu here. But I don't have to delete this section. All I need to do is just right click on this icon right here and select add new column. And this is going to add a new column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click here in order to edit this section. So once you select an element, the sidebar on the left hand side here is going to change to the settings of that specific element. So now I can edit all the things related to the section that I chose, right? So what I want to do is change the background color of this section. So I'm going to go to style, and then background type is going to be a classic background, and the color is going to be white, right? So the next thing I want to do is add a logo here. So I'm going to take the image element, drag it and drop it right there. Then I'm going to click here to select an image, and I have already uploaded some images, guys, so we don't waste time. And I'm going to insert this image right there. I'm going to make the column a little bit smaller, just like that. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do the menu right now. I'm going to show you that towards the end because I want to discuss another thing about the menu. The next thing I want to do is have like a big image here with some text in the middle. This is called I think it's called a hero banner. And I'm going to choose this section because I don't need any columns. I just want one column. And now I want to have a background image for this section. So I'm gonna go to style. I select the section, I go to style, background type classic, and then here I can select the background image. I'm gonna choose this one right here, insert. By the way, guys, if you want to upload images, you guys just go here and then select the files from your device. I'm gonna go to my media library, select this one, and then insert. Now this is the background image to this section, but you can't see it because there's nothing on top of the section. You know, there's nothing inside the section. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a spacer element. And what this element does, it basically gives some space. You know, it creates some space. So I'm gonna put a little bit of space. Then I want to have a title. So I'm gonna take the heading element and drag it under the spacer element. And after the title, I want to have another spacer element. So basically, I want the title in the middle of this section. So I'm gonna make this spacer element a little bit bigger. Now, in order to center the image, what I need to do is go back to my section settings. And here where it says repeat, I need to make sure there's no repeat. And on the size, I need to click on cover. And that's basically going to put the image in the frame. Now, the next thing I need to do is center this text. So I can either, to show the settings for a particular element, guys, you can either click on the element, or you can click on the little icon of the element here, and it's going to show you the settings. I'm going to change the color. No, first of all, let's align it in the center. So I'm going to put alignment center, style, text color. I'm going to make it white. And I can also change the typography, the family of the font. I'm going to do this one. Here I can change the font size. Weight is how, if I want it to be bold, and so on. And then I'm gonna go back to content in order to change what the text actually says. And I'm gonna say developing amazing web or revolutionary web experiences, right? I hope my spelling is correct. And then I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Now, in order to make the title stand out, I'm gonna go back to my settings, my section settings, and I'm gonna add a background overlay on top of the image. And what this is gonna do is gonna basically add a little bit of color on top of the image, just to make the text. And I'm gonna bring the opacity a little bit up right there, maybe a little bit less, just so the text stands out. Then what I can do is add a button below the text. So I drag the button right below the text, right there. As you can see, the settings change to the button settings. I'm gonna align it to center. Here I can change the text of the button. I'm gonna make it let's work together. And if this was a real website, this button would maybe link to another page with maybe a form, a contact form or whatever. I'm gonna change typography, font, size. I'm gonna make the font a little bit bigger right there. Weight, I'm gonna make this bold. And now let's also change the background color of the button. Let's make it blue, so it matches the logo. Something like that. And then what we can also do is add a little bit of margin on top of the button. So I'm going to go to advanced and then deselect the linking of values together, so I can enter specific values for top and bottom right there. Just a little bit of space above the button. Let's make sure that our spacer has the same value on the top and on the bottom. So 216. I'm gonna make this 216 as well. Perfect. So here we go. So you see how easy it is to customize. I know I'm going a little bit fast, guys, because I'm very used to this. I designed so many websites with Elementor. It is gonna require you to invest some time, you know, until you get used to it. But once you become used to the way it works, it's gonna be super fast for you guys. It is honestly one of the easiest tools to use when it comes to web development. I've used so many other tools, and this is by far the easiest, and they have an amazing support team. They constantly develop the product, and it just keeps getting better and better. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have an About Us section. So I'm going to create a new section here, and this time I'm going to choose the 2 columns because I want to have an image here and then an About Us text here. So I'm just going to drag and drop an image right there. Then I'm going to have a title and some text. Now, let's see. So first of all, I want to add a little bit of space. Space is really important, guys, for websites. It just helps the website breathe, you know. Let's add a little bit of space there. And then I'm also gonna add space on the bottom. What I could do, instead of dragging a new element, so instead of doing this, I could just duplicate. So right click on the element I want to duplicate, and then just drag it below. Same thing here, duplicate and just drag it there. Now I'm click on the text here. Let's copy this and let's add a little bit more text here. Okay. Now let's add an image. So I click on the image, choose image. I'm gonna have this one right there. I'm gonna click on the section to view the settings of the section. I'm gonna change the background color to white. There we go. I'm gonna change the heading here to About Us. Style, I'm gonna change the text color to black, or I could do 2B, which is a hexadecimal value for colors. Typography, let's make it the same font. Perfect. And now I could also add a little bit of space between the column and the element. So what I would do is I will go to the column settings. So I would click here to view the column settings, and I will go to advanced and add a bit of padding. So this is gonna add a little bit of space. And if you don't know what these means, guys, what margin means, what padding means, feel free to search it up, and also view some of my other tutorials that I'm gonna attach below this video. So yeah, advanced padding, let's make it, I think it was 10, right? Let's go here. Oh, 25. Okay, so let's just change it to 25. Perfect. Now let's add a new section, and let's do 3 columns. Let's do 3 columns. And here I'm gonna add the services we offer. So let's select the section, style, background color, white. And then for each service, I'm gonna have a heading there, another heading here, another heading here. And then I could also have an image for each section. I'm just gonna duplicate this, make it faster. Duplicate an image for the service. And then text, text, text. And then I could also have a button below each one of these. So if the customer is interested in the service, they can click on the button and maybe that will redirect them to a form. for them to submit and let us know that they're interested. And yeah, then I could add some space below these, so another spacer here. Duplicate. Okay, so I'm doing this a little bit fast, so it's lagging now. Duplicate. Okay, I need to reload the page. So I'm gonna click on update to update my page and make sure that the changes are saved, and then I'm gonna reload the page in order to get rid of this little bug right here. There we go. So now I'm gonna drag this down there. Perfect. And then I would go ahead and add more sections. I would add a footer menu and so on. But that's not the point of this video, guys. I'm not gonna go through the whole design process. As I mentioned, I'm gonna have more videos about designing websites in the description below. Now, the next thing I wanna do, so we update the page. Well, let's reload to make sure that is live. There we go. Super beautiful. Not really, but the next thing I want to do is show you guys how to add a menu, right? So this is really important because we obviously want to redirect to different pages using a menu. So that's a very important element. Some people might want to have just a one-page website, which is very common these days, to have just one page and have all the sections of the website on one page. But that's not for everyone. Some people like to have multiple pages, especially if you want to have a blog and so on. So in order to add a menu, I'm just going to search my elements here for a menu. And we do have a navigation menu element, which is actually provided by Elementor. But this is only for the pro version of Elementor, which I highly recommend you guys invest in, because it gives you so many different powerful plugins. As you can see, all these are on the pro version. So there's so many really useful plugins, such as forms, galleries, login forms. There's so many different things you can add using the pro version. However, WordPress also provides a free alternative, which is not that good, as you can see. Now, the first thing we need to do is obviously create a menu. So what we need to do is go back to the dashboard. And even though, guys, this is not good, which is you're going to see in a second that is not that good, I'm going to show you how to install an alternative navigation menu, which is going to look good, right? So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So what we need to do is go back to our dashboard, appearance, menus, and this is where we create our menus. So I'm going to name this menu main. I like calling my first menu main. And then here we need to drag all the pages that we're gonna add to our menu. However, we don't have any pages yet, so we need to go to pages, add new, and let's name this contact us, publish. Let's go back, about us, publish. Let's go back. So now we have 3 pages here. So now let's go back to our menu, and as you can see, they have already been added to the menu. If you don't want some of these pages on the menu, you just remove them right there. If you want to add some pages that have not been included right here, they're going to be listed right here. So you're going to be able to select them and add them to the menu, right? So I don't want these twice. I'm just going to delete these. There we go. So once we have our menu, we just click create menu, and we have now created our menu, guys. Now let's go back to Elementor for our home page. And now, as you can see here, I'm able to select, I click on the menu element, and now I'm able to select my menu, and I have the main menu here. As you can see, as I mentioned before, it's not that pretty, and it doesn't let you customize it, right? ideally we would want to have a horizontal menu right here. So I'm going to show you a really nice way to bring in free additional elements for Elementor. What you do is go to plugins, add new, and we're going to search for Elementor add-ons. And what this is going to do is bring up a couple of plugins which basically add new elements to Elementor, and these are free. So I'm going to choose this one because I know it has a good navigation menu that we can use. So I'm going to install this and then activate. Okay, so now we have this plugin activated. We're now going to go back to Elementor. I'm going to refresh my page here, reload. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and delete this menu we have here. So I'm going to click there and I'm going to right click there and then delete. And now if we search, actually we can just see all the new elements. Let's go down. There you go. So elements kit, right? These are the new elements that have been added with that plugin. And as you can see, there are quite a lot. But what we're interested in is the navigation, which I don't. Oh, there we go. Nav menu. So I'm gonna take this and drag it right there. And now, once we click on this, we're gonna get all the settings right here. And we're able to select our menu, which is main. And as you can see, we now get a beautiful horizontal menu. Now I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna align it to the right, just like that. And then you can go in and edit everything. You can style it, you know, you can change the font and so on. There we go, you can change the size and so on. So now we're gonna update our page. Let's refresh it right here on the preview. And now if we try to visit these pages, there we go. They load just fine. Let's go back. Let's try contact us. There we go. So the next step, guys, you now have a way to go from page to page. And then all you would do is you would go back to your pages here and you would repeat the same process of customization with About Us and Contact Us, right? So you would edit with Elementor. You know, this is the theme, right? If we want to get rid of that, we go to Settings, Page Layout, Elementor Canvas. So this gives us a beautiful, clean page to work with. And then you just go again and design your About Us page, right? Same exact process, guys. So now if we reload, there we go. So there you have it, guys. This is it for this tutorial. I really hope that I have given you everything you need in order to create your WordPress website the fastest and easiest way possible. I really hope you managed to set up your WordPress site and you're currently on this stage right now where you're designing your website. Once again, if you need more inspiration, the links to other tutorials are going to be in the description, where I'm going to show you how to design websites using Elementor. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, any suggestions, any requests for videos. I will try and help you out as much as possible. And yeah, guys, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this one and more projects that I have coming out soon.